You're listening to the smartest guys in marketing, the best show on the planet for client businesses to learn about traffic, funnels, sales, conversions, and marketing coolness. Chris and Taylor are the founders of Traffic and Funnels, a digital marketing consultancy helping you get paid clients from cold traffic daily. Now, here are your hosts, Chris and Taylor.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Smartest Guys in Marketing podcast. Chris Evans here. We've got old Taylor Welch from Nashville tuning in today as well.
Too
Taylor,
blessed to be stressed, bro. Too blessed to be stressed.
To be stressed. I'm blessed that you're blessed, bro.
Thanks, man. Really appreciate that. When I hired you, it was a risk. I'm glad it paid off.
Paid off in massive dividends. So what are we talking about?
We're talking about the prehistoric days of marketing and business.
It
wasn't always this easy.
It wasn't, was it?
And I know what people are going to say. They're going to be like, nothing's easy, scam. Well, you can take that and shove it. Because I'm reading a book right now. It's called Breaking Rockefeller. It's very good. And if you don't know who Rockefeller is, first of all, I don't know where you live, but Rockefeller started Standard Oil. He was the oil monopoly, the Titan.
Magnet.
And so honestly, like I was just sitting there reading the other day. I texted you, Chris, and I was like, dude, here, we should do this. We should talk about this because nobody thinks about it anymore. How easy it is today to create a solution, take it to market, and build a business around your expertise, around your experience, around the information that you have. These guys back in the day literally gambled their family fortunes on getting a business started. I can tell this story a little bit, but it's just like blows my mind how in one hand it's like almost too easy today, which is why there are so many, idiots pretending to be cool and they're not. On the other hand, it's like for the right person who actually has the right reason to build something great, it's the best time in the world.
Yeah.
In the history of the world.
Yeah. Think if guys like Rockefeller had been born in this time,
we'd all be dead. We'd all be dead.
Or Carnegie, all these guys who were absolute bosses in probably the hardest time in our country's history, right? And so just like one of the reasons why we want to say this is just paint the contrast of your possibility and your opportunity, no matter where you are, like whether you're making 10 grand a month in your business or you're at 100,000 a month or 500,000 a month, like there's still more that you can accomplish. Right. And I think like having that understanding and realizing that is like, oh, frick, like this is like the day to carpe diem. Right. And not say, oh, man, my life sucks or, oh, this sucks or my business is hard. It's like it's crazy for less than $10,000. You can start a business and ramp it up rather quickly without like your children dying or, getting some kind of disease or it being insanity.
Yeah, so these guys teamed up against Rockefeller and like the Rothschilds are in on it and everybody wanted to take on Rockefeller because he was kind of a jerk. Even though he was awesome, he would literally run people out of business. And so these guys teamed up and this one, there were two brothers. And back in the day, your credit was attached to your family name. I didn't know that, but this is something I've learned from kind of studying this. And so when people say like, don't ruin the good name, the family name, they're literally saying, don't ruin our credit.
Yeah.
See, so like they had access to funds attached to their dad's reputation.
Right.
And so these brothers were in an argument over this because they wanted to team up against Rockefeller. But to do that, they had to borrow a whole bunch of money to build a brand new transportation model and be able to ship oil from one part of the world to another part of the world. And so they were arguing over it and they eventually went all in, gambled their dad's good name, gambled their credit rating to do this with no guarantees that the country would approve the transportation model. So there's a very good chance it could have been a bust and not worked. And then the guy that they sent to get oil, once he got there, realized that the location was wrong. And so they had to build this 6-mile piping thing to transport oil. I mean, it's problem after problem after problem after problem. And this isn't problems of like, oh, somebody was mean on my ad. Or like I got an ad account shut down. This is like, all right, you have to borrow an extra $100,000 to build a piping system that probably won't work because you're already so invested that you have to make it work or you're done.
Yeah.
Your family's going to jail to pay off the debts. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's just amazing to me how people will get on the phone and be like, is there a guarantee? And it's like expletive after expletive through my head that I want to say to them. It's like, there is no guarantee. There never is a guarantee. But if ever there were, it would be this day and age, this time in history, and this proximity to other successful people. You are all but guaranteed success if you just don't bitch out and keep pushing.
Yeah.
You know?
It's just like when that picture is painted, just the realization of how insane that mentality is unbelievable. Like back then, you didn't have many opportunities to fail. And like you said, if you do, like your whole family is wiped, right? But in today's day and age, you can launch a Facebook ad and fail over and over and over again. You're not going to be ruined, right? Like you might lose a few $100, a few $1,000, whatever. And so your prospect and your potential for success is so much higher, compared to back in the day. So you just got to stop bitching and stop moaning and jump in. Like if these guys were alive today, again, where would they be?
They would own us all. And here's the deal, like this also shows up in like, you know, we're on maybe a call with people, we're on a Facebook Live or something, and someone's like, I was financially ruined by a coach that didn't give me what they said they were going to give me. It's like, how much money did you spend? They're like $20,000. It's like, look, if $20,000 ruins you, you have no drive. And I'm not trying to be inconsiderate. Yeah. There are people who have come into financial hardships, and we've come from financial hardships. I think the reason we're able to even say this is because I didn't inherit any money from my daddy, and neither did you.
Right.
And so we're actually able to say this because we come from the ground, we come from the same place. But when we're talking about these guys back in the day who literally, I mean, their dad's entire life of good credit history, their dad's incredible, entire life of good credit, they're gambling, all of that. And you talk about, well, I can't make this work and I can't invest in myself anymore because I paid someone 10 grand or 20 grand or $500 or whatever, and it didn't pan out. It's like, man, you don't deserve to be successful. Sorry, bro.
Yep.
Like, go back to school and be a teacher or something, because that is not how the entrepreneurial blooded think and make decisions and push their life forward. Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's how you look at, quote, failure as well. And again, like we fail probably more than a lot of people because we push forward. Like, we failed a lot of ads, and we failed at sales calls, and we failed at conversions and all the stuff that's in this business. We failed. And so the message that I want to get to you is don't squander your opportunity to fail, right? Mm-hmm. If you do, then you, like Taylor said, you get what you deserve, and you deserve to be average. You deserve not to make that much money because you're not willing to play at a high level.
Yes, 100%. And then we do spend money in avoiding common failures and pitfalls that other people have gone through and avoided. Yep. But on the same token, we're not afraid of going through that ourselves. But there are times when we'll make hefty financial investments because we know that there's really no point in us going through this 3-year failure, zone. We can pay someone else who's already been through it, and they can skip us over the top. That's kind of the other side of the coin, Yeah. So, moral of the story, we should all get into petroleum. The oil business is ripe for the picking.
So what you're saying is that we should start an oil company.
Yes.
Yeah. No, on that point, dude, we on a monthly basis, we invest into coaches, consultants for our own business.
Yeah.
We probably paid out 60 grand this month within the last 30 days.
And made a pretty penny in return.
Yeah. So just rid yourself of that fear, push forward, and don't stop, because this is the best time to be alive, to be a business owner, an entrepreneur. It's just amazing what you can accomplish. And you look at guys who are kind of like modern day Rockefellers, Bezos, Musk, Zuck.
Old Zuck. Yeah.
Chris, Taylor.
Yes. We've made it.
So any last notes you want to leave these people with?
Yeah. I mean, definitely get into the oil business.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not really. Yeah, that's all I got, man.
All right, so you guys go check out the memos, trafficandfunnels.com/memos. It's an awesome print memo newsletter, 68 pages that we send you every month about our business. We have raving fans about it. Also, we have a gift for you, trafficandfunnels.com/gift, GIFT. If you have not left a comment, a review on this podcast, you got to do it, guys. This is free for you. And we're investing our time into you guys. So just leave a review. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. That's it.
Adios, amigos.
Peace out.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.